Hello, my algebra friends. Today we are going to be looking at graphing linear inequalities. All right, so let's dive right in. There's a lot of little concepts. The first thing we got to notice is if we are graphing greater than or less than or equal to, all right, it is going to be a solid line. So noticing at the first and third equation, they have solid lines. That means the point values will still be included on that line. It's the same as if you put a solid point on there, right? It's going to be a solid line, greater than or equal to. However, it will be a dashed line. Your line inequality will be a dashed line if the point is not included. So that is just for the less than or greater than, right? No equal thans. That means the values will not be on those lines. All right. However, we must shade also because the values can be beyond these lines, right? So if it is greater than or equal to, you are going to shade above the line. So looking at the last two problems, y is greater than or equal to and y is greater than, you shade going up or above the line. So notice how the values are shaded above these lines, right? Just like this. So if it's greater than or equal to, you must shade above the line. However, if it's less than or equal to, you are going to shade below the line. All right. And if you look at the first problem here, y says it's less than or equal to. So I'm going to shade below it. As well as the second problem, y is simply less than, but it still means any value will be below the line. Okay. Furthermore, notice even though they're all inequalities, they're still based off of your y-intercept formula. So y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope and b is your y-intercept. All right, let's dive into a problem. So this first says, graph the inequality of y greater than 2x minus 3. Notice my m value, my slope, is 2, or in other words, it's going to be 2 over 1, right? And my b value, or my y-intercept, is going to be negative 3. So that's my starting point. So just remembering, m is rise over run. All right, so I'm going to go up to right 1. However, I'm going to start at negative 3. So I'm going to start here at negative 3, right? Sorry. Let's use negative 3. I'm going to go up to right 1, up to right 1. Before I draw this line, I have enough points. Before I draw this line, I notice my inequality does not have an equal sign under it. So this means it's going to be a dashed line, right? This is going to be dashed because it's simply just greater than. Y is greater than. So I'm going to do a dash going through my line. I still include my arrows, and my line looks something like that. Now I have to just determine where I'm going to shade. Well, looking here, I notice that it says y is greater than. If it is greater than, it must be above the line. So I'm going to draw my lines like this. And this is equivalent to saying it's shaded, right? Just drawing the lines. But notice all my lines are above my inequality. So that means any value above y is greater than 2x minus 3 is going to be included in this inequality. All right, let's take a look at the next problem. The next one says, graph the inequality negative 3y less than or equal to x minus negative 15. Or x minus 15, apologies. Well, we know that it has to be y by itself, right? So I'm going to divide everything by negative 3. And I'm going to get negative 3 cancels out, so I'm going to get y is less than or equal to, instead of writing x divided by negative 3, I'm going to write 1 over negative 3x, and then negative 15 divided by negative 3 is positive 5. If you notice, my m value is going to be equal to 1 over negative 3, and my intercept is going to be 5. So my starting point is 5, and my slope is 1 over -3. I'm going to go find 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am going to go up 1, left 3. I can also go down 1, right 3. Oops, sorry. All right, before I draw my line, I want to check my inequality. And my inequality says less than or equal to. So that is going to be a solid line, right? That's going to be a solid line. So I'm going to simply just draw a solid line. Hopefully yours is perfectly straight, just like mine. All right, well, let's take a little further look. It says y is less than or equal to. Well, whenever it's less than or equal to, that means it must be below the line. So I'm going to shade this like that, because my inequality is less than or equal to. So that means any value below this line is included. And it's also going to be included in the line because it is less than or equal to. All right. Hopefully this video made sense for you guys. Hopefully you have a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.